You did not go around carrying knives. You did not gather people behind you with sticks. You did not do injustice to anyone. So how did they open a rowdy sheet against you, brother? I am asking you.
I am not a thief to be made a rowdy sheeter, and I am not a person who has committed any crimes either, you see. I am a man of God. And besides that, for people who have criminal tendencies in society, the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ, to such people, I have preached it. And I am a person who played a major role in helping many people change their lives. And not only that, whoever is in trouble in society, whoever is in poverty, whoever is struggling even to eat, those who are suffering, for such people who are out there, I have done so many service activities for them. We provided food grains to those who were caught in the floods. For those who were sick, we provided financial help for medical expenses. In this way, I am a person who has done many voluntary activities. For a person like me, this government and the police acting in connection with this government made me a rowdy sheeter and declared it. They filed 7 cases against me. The main reason so many cases were filed against me is because I spoke out against a public representative who was unfairly demolishing churches in Andhra. They filed cases against me just for saying that destroying churches is wrong. It was all to stop me from speaking and to scare me. That is why they slapped all these cases on me. Because I spoke up on social media about the injustice against Christianity, the harassment of pastors, and the attacks on Christians. They have branded me a rowdy sheeter, filed police cases, and started harassing me today. But other than that, it is not like I do not have any criminal nature in me at all. Seeing people's struggles, as a man of God and someone with social responsibility, I spoke up against injustice, and for that, they made me a criminal. And this is the atrocity happening today. To unfairly demolish a pastor's church, what happens here is, some people just cannot stand independent pastors. When someone like that files a small complaint, based on that complaint, the officials jump into action, and that is where the problem starts. To handle that issue, we organized a protest in the main center of Bhimavaram with Christian groups. Then they filed a case against it like this. Wherever Christians faced any trouble, I would go there and speak on their behalf. And because I was asking for justice there, in different places, different cases were filed against me. As part of those cases, the Agvidu issue started. But I have absolutely no connection to that conflict. Even before that conflict happened, I mean, from the month of November 2025 itself, I started speaking up about the injustice happening in our constituency. There are pastors' fellowships, and not a single fellowship spoke up about the injustice happening to Christians. After my MLA became the MLA, 9 churches were removed. 9 churches were removed, and even then, not a single church pastor felt any pain or hurt. I used to call myself a Christian leader, but no one else felt the pain. Who lost out? The small ministers lost out. There was no one to speak on their behalf. We went to every single church that was demolished and brought the facts of what happened there to the outside world. Those matters became known to all of the Telugu people.
They said they were demolishing churches without licenses. There is some justice in that, right, brother?
How many temples in Andhra are actually registered following the guidelines that were given by the government? Ask them to take a count. 95% of them will all be unregistered temples. Unregistered mosques will be there, unregistered churches will be there. It is not about saying remove those without registration. Whoever built a church by occupying government land, the church was removed on his orders. Remove. When you do that, the law is equal for everyone, right? So how many temples are on government land? Why were those temples not removed?
And many people are saying that this is a Hindu nation.
What is the standard for this country? The Indian Constitution. This is an independent, sovereign, constitutional republic. This is not a country where one religion has priority. In fact, India has no official religion at all. This is not a religious state. A Sikh, a Jain, a Muslim, a Hindu, a Christian, all religions have the exact same rights here in this country. So is it mentioned anywhere in the constitution that this is a Hindu nation? When it is not said, how can you call it a Hindu nation? Tell me that. Look, the constitution has given us a right. We must protect our own rights. If your father gives you 1 cent of land, whose responsibility is it to protect it? It is yours. Similarly, this country gave me a right, and I must protect my right myself, no matter what.
If someone attacks my right, why would I ever agree to that? If they attack your right, would you agree? When I do not attack your right, who gave you the right to attack mine? Tell me. I will go to any length for that right. I am ready to die, but I am not ready to compromise with people or circumstances. I am just not ready. I am ready for anything. Every single case filed against me was only because I fought for Christianity. I did not get cases for protecting my belongings. Brother, they filed a case against my wife, a case against me, a case against my son-in-law, a case against my daughter, and even against my son who's only 13 years old. Even against him, they filed it. They got it done. Look how cruel this is, brother. What does a 13-year-old kid know, brother? At least the officials should have some ethics, right, brother? Tell me. Like you guys with your huge organization, if I had just kept preaching my gospel and went on my way, I would not have become a rowdy sheeter today. We have stooped to a level where we hope that if anyone would support us regarding these cases, it would be good. I mean, I have suffered such a massive financial loss. I mean, I have suffered such a loss that I was in jail for 8 days and in police custody for 3 days. For whom? It was not for my wife and kids, you know. They made me a rowdy sheeter just because I brought Christian issues to the world's attention. I have been crushed financially in every way to the point where if I even want to go out, I have to think twice about fuel costs before I leave. The reason that I have found myself in this situation today is all because of these problems, is not it? People say, brother, you are super, brother. You are fighting so well. Or brother, you went to jail. Brother, you are spending so much. How do you manage? What is your financial background? What is your situation? How? But no one actually steps up to help, even though there is absolutely no one like that around. That is the situation. I am gathering all my patience and selling whatever I have just to try and get out of these cases. I am doing my best. All this suffering is because I told the outside world about Christianity and about the prayer halls that were destroyed, and for that, you held a grudge against me. Even while I was in prison, I was there, within those walls. Crying between those jail walls when I prayed in the Lord's presence, He encouraged me. He said, I am here, I am with you. He has led me until today, and I'll continue to walk this way in the future too. If I did not speak about Christianity and instead sided with some people, I would get lakhs of rupees. I do not want that filth. I really do not want that garbage at all. If the Lord loves me and gives me just 1 rupee, that single rupee, is that not equal to 10,000? I will live for the Lord and I will die for the Lord. Finally, what I want to say is, no matter how many insults I face, if there is trouble for Christianity, I cannot remain silent. Go ahead and file 10 more cases, it is fine. It does not matter. If needed, I will stay in jail for the rest of my life. But no one should attack the constitutional rights given to my Christian community by the Constitution. Even if I do, I cannot stay silent. I will keep on talking and I will keep moving forward accordingly.